Oh, we jump straight into it? Alright, fine.
There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location.
I got another question, right? And this is Dark Souls as a thought process. Dying should be a last resort if you're able to come back multiple times, right? You shouldn't go into battle thinking, hey yo, I'm gonna die to get out of this battle unless necessary. So a lot of the Natland people being nonchalant like this makes me confused, because I think on the Dark Souls vibe, resting is better than dying. You die if you have to or when it's necessary. Dying is fucking frustrating. Especially since you possibly could lose everything. So just imagine sending a 9-year-old and then they die. Bro, this is dumb.
Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
Alright?
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
If she's alive to begin with, I'm still looking at you for this, Mualani.
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
Days, months, years.
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend Natlan.
She be thinking like that for like 3 years max, bro. She's about 9, 12. She's been thinking about that shit for 3 years max, man. I don't know. I feel like Mualani capping right now.
She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life.
And that's normal? Again, shouldn't we be telling her, hey yo, instead of being so hyper-fixated on joining this battle now, gain your strength to be able to join the battle later, and then kick ass and take them names. No, I feel like everyone's lacking common sense here.
Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection.
That means she was determined for a dream. That didn't mean we have to send her now.
She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy.
Whose fault is this? It's not Mavuika. Bro, I'm actually mad.
We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now?
Cry, womp skill issue, helpless ratio.
Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
The second part. The second part. Hi there. Why are we allowing a 9-year-old to tell us whether she can go into war or not? Because clearly, she's 9, she needs to shut the fuck up and go train. If she won a competition, that's fine. She won that competition, that shows a potential for the future. Now we put some resources into this bitch, we get her trained up, we get her kicking ass, she's be sending her into the war, right? So that things like this don't happen. Oh man, I'm genuinely angry
That's
right now.
not fair, Mualani.
What do you mean it's not fair? Shut up, you. You who died multiple times. Fucking zombie, wanna talk shit now?
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could, but please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
Okay. If you knew that was a possibility, why is there no second contingency plan if that were to happen? I don't know. I just feel like if we're gonna be fighting like this on a consistent basis to the point that it gets normal to die, then we need to have a contingency for when dying no longer works. No? Because at this point, why aren't we all just running in suicide bombing the Abyss? It's the truth. No? Why are we just going in there and pyro bombing everybody to shit?
You mean...
The sacred flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties.
And the first casualty just so happens to be the 9-year-old who we shouldn't have sent into war in the first place.
But if we stop altogether, the sacred flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty.
Can you say shit like that when you didn't hype the 9-year-old to go to war? You want to talk about weighing costs now? Shut up. You guys sent Kachina in there knowing she would die at least once. Shut up.
The raw truth can be cruel, but we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
Motherfuckers, if you guys could hear what I was actually saying, the raw truth would be very cruel, huh?
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kanich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful.
Said Lali's been the one who was there for around about 500 years, and when she talks, I constantly get a feeling that she don't like none of this.
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
Yeah, I'm kind of not taking any of you seriously right now.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer, and the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants.
Okay, in the last 500 years, they raised their children for war, right? Storybooks, heroes, battles of that are honored, the Wyob. They raise the kids for war, right? Knowing that they're gonna die and then come back. If you knew that they were so hyped for this shit, where's the rules and limitations to be able to get into that war? At that point, wouldn't then anyone under a certain strength be cannon fodder? Even if they are strong? No doubt Iansan and Chaska would then be more experienced and stronger than Kachina. So that means Mualani, who clearly held back, sent Kachina to die at least once. What, are you gonna tell me next dying is a rite of passage? Ah man, the lack of common sense is what's getting to me. It's not the story, it's not that, it's the lack of common sense. And later on in that line, the lack of common sense gets worse and worse. In Fontaine, it was only the NPCs that lacked common sense. In that land, everyone lacks common sense, except for Zelonen and Sitlali.
Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them, to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else. We need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses.
And how exactly did you pull that one off?
Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach.
Crack, send me in. I'm pissed. Very angry, mad, very mad, a many mads of times. I sacrificed the Abyss until the flame burns itself, and if the flame doesn't burn, then I'll beat up the flame.
I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
Again, Mualani has no fucking reason to talk when she sent the 9-year-old to ball, bro. And secondly, where's Kachina's parents, bro? Where's Kachina's parents?
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
Like not sending the 9-year-old to war?
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked.
Are we not gonna try?
Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop.
Then you explain to the citizens what's going on so we can keep ourselves from dying.
With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
This is why you explain to motherfuckers, hey yo, if you don't want to die, take part in the pilgrimage.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
Or she's dead. We're being very hopeful here right now, no?
What happens if you stay in the Night Kingdom for a long period of time?
And secondly, why I can say she even if it's not the case, I can say she could possibly be dead, because when you play the first story further on, they don't even work no more. Huh? It don't even work no more. That everybody be dying.
You've learned about the concept of
I'm gonna be
ley
so
lines
evil
during
when
your
I get to that
travels,
part.
yes.
I'm saving nobody.
The Night Kingdom is
You can't force me.
something similar.
I saved everybody in my main account. Everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die.
Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture,
Let me
it's
guess.
a different story.
Kachina's running and hiding and fighting, being protected by a spirit or two here and there, but regardless, she's still alone in the Abyss section of the Night Warden, whatever the fuck they call it.
Your sense of self will be devoured until eventually you become one with the Sea of Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before.
Mm-hmm.
I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
So, unless it's a plot device, she's dead, right?
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed.
How do you address something that you need to wait for?
You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that, do you still choose to go?
The Abyss poses no threat to me. Let me deal with this instead of this bitch over here.
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Wait a minute. Wait, did you motherfuckers not take a healer with? That makes it so much worse. Wow. Wow. That makes it so much worse. I thought it. They didn't take a fucking healer with.
Traveler? What do you think?
I promise you that they have the chance to learn from me.
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Night Wind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom.
Bitch just said it's a River of Souls situation. It's a River of Styx. If that's the case, then not only would Kachina, if she came back, be immortal. That's one. Secondly, if she remains there, she should have some form of amnesia but she clearly gonna be protected by a plot device.
Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
Easy work.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Sister, you know for a fact it doesn't affect us the same way, Paimon.
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person.
So, MC and the sibling, right? The sibling gets there, loses their memories, remembers that they have a sibling later on, and then, like, they are still journeyed by the fact that they lived in Kandria for a certain period of time. Main character is here and is experiencing Teyvat from beginning to end while still keeping all the memories of the sibling. At the end of it, sibling still uses Kandria as a priority over MC, whoever you chose. And you realize that more and more as the game goes along, because if sibling really wanted to explain shit or really wanted MC's help, they wouldn't let MC be manipulated by every single Dick, Tom and Harry in the game. I just realized that.
However, know that
Like
the Night
Ruria.
Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly won't leave you be.
Like, why let us experience the seven sinners when you could explain the seven sinners? No? If you didn't want to show up, send one of the Abyss mages with a book that could explain to us the shit we're getting into. Also, if you need these motherfuckers to fight us, why do all of them fight us? Are we not the sibling? Bro, I'm getting into common sense theory for a story again.
It's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
Easy work.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared? Well, if she's going, Paimon's going too.
You have a pocket dimension, Paimon. If you get in danger, you just go to the pocket dimension.
Sitlali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality also means it can be used to search for an ancient name.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it again so soon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation. Besides,
Right, I'm done listening now. Bye, leaving.
Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious.
You didn't?
I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
And why didn't you?
Why?
Take it, Paimon.
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
It's kind of complicated, but it looks like we're really making a name for ourselves, huh, Paimon?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
Look, Mavawika, I'm gonna look at you in the eye right now. If you arrest me for some bullshit, I will beat you.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate.
You know quite a lot about me, huh?
Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But there are important things to be done.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Why does the sacred flame need
Taya
wood
was
to burn?
wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to give this to you. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman.
Wait, hold up a second. The flames of a life force? In other words, we can repair. Wait a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Besides throwing an egg on the bitch, couldn't we just kill her in the Night Warden area? And then resurrect her and she'd be fine? Bro, I can't keep common sensing these motherfuckers like this. Their brains aren't strong enough to handle it.
If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to
I'm
be
one of
hot
those
spring
people
buddies
that
after
ruin
all.
people's childhood stories. I'm one of those motherfuckers.
But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it. And one...
Yeah, I'm done listening now. We are done. We're outie.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire, but that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of contending fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point.
Okay. Makes me realize that other elements are far better used for things to be eternal than fire, because a fire can die out if it doesn't have the right shit, whereas lightning can be eternal. Lightning as a power, it's itself an energy, no? The difference is fire needs energy to be created, whereas lightning itself is the energy. And then, if you think about it, water doesn't need necessarily food to keep it fed, and neither does ice, really. So Mavuika is doing a job that 4-5 other Archons doesn't need fuel for.
The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes.
Short work for Venti.
The abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, and Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
If I'm not wrong, wouldn't Liyue be able to send Adeptus to help out other nations if Zhongli can't leave his nation? The Adeptus should be strong enough to handle most of the game, lore-wise. I'm thinking today, man.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution, but you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still...
You mean?
Yes.
Right, this is your man over the cringes. There's gonna be another cutscene, isn't there? I'm checked out already, man. I got pissed at the beginning of this episode because they're making a whole little... Like, Mualani didn't piss me off right now.
The sacred flame must never go out. Not
I
only
know
does
what
it
happens
strike
next.
fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability.
We're about to get hit with the Fatui, who are all cinnamon rolls for some reason besides the Tori, and then later on we're gonna find the Tori is also a cinnamon roll. Fine.
So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
The captain has this flippancy to him, right? Where he's our enemy now, then he's not our enemy, then he's our enemy, and then he's not our enemy, and then we're not on the same side, and then we're on the same side, and now that we're on the same side until he tells us, hey yo, the Futui aren't on your side, and I'm like, okay, but you are on our side, you Futui. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore the entire situation.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name-bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wayab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the sacred flame.
Bennett. even more so after the whole beach event for Bennett in Natlan. Bennett could sustain the sacred flame. Come on, Mavuika. All we gotta do is go to Mondstadt. At the end of the day, all our problems are solved with Mondstadt.
I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Bennett's more the Pyro Archon than the Pyro Archon.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
Oh no, it's the Fatui! If these are the two guys who keep kicking the ass off over and over again.
The Archon of Natlan.
El
A force to
Capitan!
be reckoned with.
Captain! Span the
Secrets of the
sailor!
Lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin.
Right.
And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains
She
unfulfilled,
squared up immediately, huh?
use is the gnosis in your hands.
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation.
This is random as
Our
fuck.
plan has reached an impasse.
I didn't realize
And
this
now it
shit.
falls to me to create new rules for Natlan.
This is random as
But
fuck.
before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
Okay. Cryo. Delusion, obviously.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking!
You guys are random as fuck. This is what I mean. They fight. They fight. And then they're on each other's side afterwards because they realize they could work together or some shit. SpongeBob! Nasaka! Just casually throwing nukes, oh my Vika. The one anime character would be fucking amazing in Genshin Impact is Death. In Nikkei as well, really. Most of the Akame ga Kill characters fit Nikkei very well, except for the fact they aren't like droids or whatever, but they did a Resident Evil. So they fighting, man. Alright. Since there's more important shit, so did the captain show up to take over Natlan? Because if we were to go by the strongest nation, it would be Natlan, no? And second, wouldn't confronting Mavuika immediately defeat the whole purpose of him being here? Okay, I have so many questions. And what if them fighting just weakens Mavuika and then she can't use the Sacred Flame anyway? They were just there to aura farm, guys, to ignore them. Negative aura. Bro, you came here with all that bravado, man. Right. And my biggest disbelief was him becoming friendly. Companionable.
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to throw me into another cutscene? Damn you, game. I'm hungry.
Are you alright, Archon?
Clearly not.
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
Yeah, I remember when I still thought the captain had something to do with what the captain represents in Honkai Impact, because the captain is copied, cloned multiple times throughout the timeline. There's not just one captain, there's a captain throughout every timeline, and the dude is a hero in some timelines, he's strong in other timelines. It's a plethora of things if you regard the captain.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat.
You know Zhongli exists, right?
If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
If I'm not wrong, wouldn't Zhao, law-wise, also be able to beat shit out of Mabuika?
The Harbingers are all driven
Raiden?
by personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis.
Wait, whoa. Let's not think Archon. Let's go below Archon. And we're thinking the story of Genshin Impact. Noel would be able to fight Mabuika, no? If we're going by the strongest character currently released in Mondstadt, it's Noel. If you're going by story alone.
But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again and we're not prepared, we're done for.
Law-wise wouldn't. I don't think a Ching would win. But she'd be able to fight, no? It's the same with Gan Yu.
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being.
Surprisingly, there's less characters in Azuma that can fight.
Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Nightwind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Oh no! However could that be?
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kenichi, go to the Masters of the Nightwind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Lali. She should know.
Of course. I'll head out right now.
Yes.
Right, peace out. This is your man over the cringes. I want you to like, subscribe, smack face with the keyboard a couple of times. Fuck.
Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon.
That's the same with every nation except for Fontaine now.
Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
I'm slowly passing out while playing this. I need a cup of coffee, man.
Is everything okay, Ark?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now.
I got a camera right here! Oh wait, your lady is not a fire.
I just hope the others have a safe journey.
I like Mabuika a lot more than a lot of other characters on Outline. But you're gonna reach a point where even Mabuika kinda don't make sense. Can I outro now? Or are you gonna force me to another cutscene? Fuck. Boom.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
Battle! I'm missing a battle! Damn you, Mualani, I hate you!
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Kachina don't have that much time.
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just
Alright, we're done. This is your man over the cringes. I want you to like, subscribe, smack face with the keyboard a couple of times, the notifications, boys. Check out all the links in the description, especially our second channel, our main channel, Exhausted Gamers. We upload a variety of games, and yeah, pray for me. And how exactly did you pull that one off?
Then, We have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach.
Crack, send me in. I'm pissed. Very angry. Mad, very mad. A many mads of times. I sacrificed the abyss until the flame burns itself. And if the flame doesn't burn, then I'll beat up the flame.
I understand your anger, Mualani.